Alright, we are back. And we are rolling. Adam Brain going in with Master Mummy. Kumo going in Glusher, Retorture, Megawatt. We've already seen a lot of Adam Brain's Mumford at play. We do have an interesting adjustment here, as we've got that Guardian as well equipped on the field. That means that Adam's going to be able to get an additional 5 damage off of those grubs. Kumo with the Megawatt will also be getting that bonus, as those heavy arms just a little known for being a little bit more difficult to wield. So to balance that out, they gave it just the pinch of additional damage. So far though, Kumo just turning things amok. Gonna be a safe block for Adam, but still at a moderate health deficit, as Kumo is just continually pummeling and tearing apart this Master Mummy. Knocked into critical. Adam does not have much health to work with, cannot take a single hit more, and it's gonna be the Retorture swinging in and setting Kumo up with that first point. Adam putting that Guardian away is going to go straight back into the ever-classic Scully, the little poker, the little nibbler, the little muncher, the jabber, 325. And Adam starting off with a very strong lead, getting a 3-stack poison and refreshing it, allowing him to slowly mess up with Kumo's movement. It's going to be a rush removing that and refreshing Kumo into full mobility. But he's already just a bit away from critical health and has a tough hill to climb to bring this back, especially with that Scully just slipping by. Whenever Kumo misses, it's just a beautiful opportunity for Adam to sing in, land the punish, and get that damage. Diving into our next round, we do have the Retorture, Megawatt sticking on the field, Glusher and Scully continuing to be at play. A couple of stacks of poison again, and Kumo going to be slowed down just a little bit more. That shock from the Megawatt does give him a good opportunity, lands a grab. Out comes this chance for Rush. Kumo not able to respond in kind, takes 280 damage. And another refresh on that poison. Every tick slowly stuttering out that movement of the player and giving the opposer more time to refresh that stack, add additional damage, and cause more slow movement. Nice catch with the grab, recognizing Kumo's hesitance there, successfully setting himself up. So he only needs this one hit. And Adam going to be walking away with the first point. That helps a bit. That helps a little bit. Alright, looks like we are going to have a full open stage list, and it looks like Kumo's going to take us to DNA Lab for the next bout. Adam switching out the Guardian for the Chilla. Generally keeping that Scully, keeping the Glusher. Those two were working out really well. Guardian, unfortunately, just a little too slow here. So he's looking for something that can lead in a little bit more efficient damage, some better poking and pressure. Starting things out, it looks like we are going to see that Scully stick with the Glacier. The two complement each other really well because whenever you get a good 1-2 knockback with those arms, if that's 2 stacks of poison, it's an additional 24 points, allowing you just to play even more efficiently and just burn through your opponent's health. That said, the Retorture Megawatt combo definitely really good at just covering out your opponent's options, getting some really solid pokes in, and just catching your opponent unready. And yeah, it's just a solid tool. Has a lot of opportunities, especially with those 3 volts and that large heavy body. Right now, it looks like that Scully is just that one fast Scully, just a little bit faster than those 3 Retortures. It's allowing for some really optimal punishes as Adam takes another fairly confident round. Kumo responding, gonna put away the Megawatt, is just gonna go in with the Retorture spray and pray strategy, covering out all of Adam's options and just blasting him down with all the poke. This is definitely a really solid tool against a heavy character, especially when you have as much space as you do here. Retorture just gonna get a couple of hits in, but not fast enough. Adam going to be able to trade and secures a second play before the Retortures can load out and come charging forth. Both players holding about even. Neither holding too far of a lead, but the Retortures slowly giving Kumo more and more ground with every successful trade, with every successful chip. Adam going to try to jump over, but just the widespread, the waving pattern of those Retortures is just going to do a really good job of catching Master Mummy out in that jump. 38 seconds left on the clock. Kumo is just playing this safe. Going to poke out that shield and try to break it down if Adam tries to hold out the shield. And he's going to be able to take the round, bring it to 1 apiece. Out comes the rush. That it can be a shield breaker. Nice rush attempt, and Kumo going to be able to successfully land with the final barrage. A very weakened shield on Adam means that he's going to get disarmed, and Kumo successfully punishing it out. Adam currently struggling to keep up with these multiple pellets, these beam droplets flaming through the skies, and constantly torching Adam to the ground. A nice grab though, Adam not ready to respond to it. Ends up taking 170 as a result. Both players readying up another rush, and Kumo trying to set up some kind of confirm. He does have Adam in critical. That's going to break that pillar, but we're going to have a safe block and some regeneration on top of that. Another weakened shield. A nice dodge and block. Adam trying to find some way in. These Retortures consistently jabbing him out though. And he is just struggling to move about with all these pokes coming through. That big body is just going to be bombed out. I'm just not ready to approach, and Kumo capitalizing on that as he just continually, slowly and surely chips away at his health and brings the score to 1-1. This should definitely help out Adam a little bit more if he's anticipating the double Retorture. The stage just being a lot more close range, a lot more personal. Kumo will not have the opportunity to be able to jab him down like he just did. We do see a counter pick coming in with the Parasol. That's going to be a strong objector to the Retortures, but it does mean that he doesn't have those quick jabs that he had before with the Scullies. And as long as Kumo is playing patiently, staying aware, he should have a pretty easy time of fighting these arms out. And we are seeing that at the moment. As he gets another barrage of chip hits in, and Adam now just above critical health. Out comes the rush. It's going to be a safe evade for only so long as the Glusher catches that landing. 350 damage. Out comes the rush. Adam going to be knocked into a weakened shield, safely dodging out of the way before that disarm, but only for it to come just a few moments later. One last hit is all Kumo needs, and it's going to be the Retorture slipping right by that Parasol. Kumo starting off this round much more, like once again, fairly strongly. Adam just really cautious. Doesn't want to face that double Retorture again, so he's got that Parasol as a counter tool. But it does mean that it's a lot easier for Kumo to be dodging out of the way of these attacks. And he's going to be able to pelt him down to 335 damage, setting him up just slightly at health lead. These Parasols just soaring right off to the side and allowing Kumo to punish and jab out. Out comes the rush and a safe dodge, a successful evade, and that's going to be 2-1 in Kumo's favor. Kumo looking for one more win to advance in the bracket. Adam still needs to be able to take 2 games, 2 sets, to be able to turn things around. Alright, we're sticking with sparring. Heading into our next match, it looks like Kumo is going to be going in with Glusher Megawatt. Adam Brain trying out the Megaton and Chilla, so we have 3 beefy, heavy beings just bouncing about this field. And so far, it's the Megawatt and Glusher that is leading the charge. Kumo holding a light lead on damage, trying to bait out that rush, and Adam going to be able to safely shield it out. Only taking some light chips on the top. Trying to close in his distance, find a way in. Gets another freeze. That's going to lead into another Mega Chilla and the grab. Kumo now in 25% health, does not have much to work with, and those 2 heavy arms going to be safely boxed down. Heading into our next round, these 2 players going to be sticking with their loadouts. Adam trying to make this Chilla and this Megaton work, and has been doing a pretty sizable job, but off of that Megawatt shock grab combo. And now Kumo just kind of running things through on the second round. Is holding a very confident lead, and Adam just struggling to keep up. Out comes the rush. It's going to be a safe dodge. And a nice Megawatt is going to bring this to 1 apiece. Kumo is on match point, looking to advance to the semifinals if he can take Adam out here. A nice successful grab, 175, setting the tempo up in their favor. Adam trying to find their way in, thinks they see a good chance, and it's going to be that rush, successfully connecting 350 damage. Kumo's still holding a lot of damage though, especially with that rush of waiting in the wings, just looking for the right moment to throw it out. Thinks he sees it, and it's going to be a successful dodge. 4 arms just swing right by Adam time and time again, and he lands the punish on top of that. Gets the disarm. Kumo finally going to be able to get that knockdown out. But it's now at the wrath of a potential rush coming up. Adam choosing to throw it out before Kumo readies his. Gets 340 damage. Looking for one more confirm. Almost gets it with the grab. Kumo landing that Glusher, getting a little bit more damage. Just a bit behind. Just needs any kind of exchange in his favor to be able to set things up. And that is now his advantage. Adam has to be on the offense, has to find a way through. Thinks he sees the chance, and it's going to be a grab just out of the hairs. Few seconds left. Out comes the rush. And it's going to be Kumo pummeling through, causing a draw. Cannot get that Megawatt out or Megaton out in time to be able to box with those 2 heavy arms. Kumo successfully trading, keeping this dream alive and real. But we've got an ice chain going in, and Kumo quickly loses half of his health as a result. Grab coming out, Adam trying to find his way in. But Kumo is starting to find a little more tempo, a little more pace, and he's got 3 stacks of poison on Adam. 3 excellent reads. He's going to go in for the rush. That's going to be a lot of shield pressure damage. No disarm coming in, but we are going to have a very clean rush response. And Adam now, again, holding that lead, needs to try to play things safely though, as we've got 45 seconds left on the clock. That freeze is going to probably lead into the KO. No! As he holds out just a little too long, and Kumo reads out the play successfully. One more Chilla finds its mark, and the score is now 2-2. Whoever takes this will be advancing to the comeback semifinals. Just waiting on where Kumo wants to take us last. As they have that advantage, they have free reign, free control of the entire arms list. We could be going to Snake Park, but it looks like we're going to be playing it safe. Temple Grounds will be the final stage. Alright, heading in. Kumo is going to be switching away from their torture. We've got a tribal on the field. Should give him a little bit more control in trying to combat this twin tail. Right now, Adam's Chilla and Megaton just being a little bit beefier, and starts off with a successful trade in his favor. He usually takes a little while to respond. There he is. Oh, I looked away for just a moment. And it's a neck to neck. Kumo had just a light lead. Adam gonna be able to balance things out and both looking for one final chance. Ten seconds left on the clock. I believe it is in Kumo's favor and it will definitely be closing out this way. The charged Tri-Bolt finds its mark and Kumo now match point. Looking for one more win to be able to advance to the lower comeback semifinals. Adam needing to turn things around here. He's got that rush coming in. 340 damage, setting up a little bit more control in the field. Nice hit with the Tri-Bolt. Adam at critical health. There's a rush ready. If Kumo just finds one confirm off of either of these arms, that will be curtains for Adam here. Now comes this rush. He's gonna miss the Megaton, but does get a second chance. 160 damage. Trying to find a way in. That Megawatt gets its first mark. Anything from here will take Adam out beyond a straight uncharged Tri-Bolt. Now we are on last hit, and it's going to be a KO for Kumo, giving him this match 3-2 against Adam.